Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It is 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, Central Standard Time. My phone is even telling me that. Good morning. We're leveling up today. Who's ready to level up? Yes. Thank you for joining us live and not in person, but on the screen. Whitney Schleyeline. Woo! Maxing it out, Achiever 2000 wholesale in the month of March. Congratulations. Cece Schubert, Equinox sales director in the house, in the literal house, because she is upstairs in the kitchen. Dory Anderson coming all the way from Erin, Wisconsin, which is not that far. Champion, not feeling the greatest. Champion is on anyway, because that's what champions do. Tracy Pomeroy coming from, are you still in Florida? She's back.
Back, West Dallas, Wisconsin.
West Dallas in the house. Maggie Fortman coming from Milwaukee, celebrating life. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're celebrating. Okay, so let us get started. Let's get into it. Who's excited? Okay, good. I have never seen a tree grow in the past. I've never seen a tree grow in the past. You better write that down. You can't keep looking back there and see the growth, okay? Things don't grow in the past, they grow in the future, right? Things don't grow in the past, they grow in the future. So sometimes, why am I telling you this? Because sometimes we have limiting beliefs, and instead of believing that it will happen or can happen, we have anxiety of fear of failure in advance. It's not going to work. It's not going to grow. And you literally are projecting what you think is going to happen in not a positive way. It's natural. We're fallen from sin. We have doubt. This is natural. We cannot control the first thought that comes into our head. But guess what? We can control the second, right? We can control the second. And we don't have to have an opinion about every thought that comes into our head. Wow, that's brilliant. So if whatever you ask, then you believe that you will receive it, we don't have to have anxiety about the future, okay? Okay, kind of what we're focusing on here again this morning is mind and abundance. And a reminder that your mind will always work to bring to fruition whatever you're thinking. Okay. Who has ever thought, oh my gosh, I hope I don't get sick again, and then they wake up with a cough the next day? Okay. Who have you ever heard, it's always something? And then, is it always something? Yeah, because your mind goes to work to bring to fruition what you're thinking. This is my sign that's on my desk that I took a selfie with this morning. Miracles are welcome, okay? Not just do I want them to happen, they're literally welcome. Okay, I'm having this conversation with my mother the other day, and she is so good. I'm wondering, Mom, if futuristic is one of your top 10, and I think it is. Top 10 strengths. Regardless, she's really good at it. And we're like having this conversation, and she said, you know, this is how I see that this could go. Different perspective. This is how I see that this could go. You could think of it that way, or you could go down this path, that this person is going to be so connected to you that they're going to tell the doubters about you. Like, don't you worry about the doubters. This person's going to be so connected to you and so successful, they're going to tell the doubters they shouldn't be doubting. So I'm like, that's like not only is this consultant connected to me, is this Mary Kay family connected to me, this Mary Kay family screaming from the rooftops about how great our family is, their leader is, and how we should move forward with these ideas and thoughts and a way of life. Okay. So I got a client coming over this morning, you guys, or this afternoon, you guys. Her name is Becky. I'm telling you her name because Cece knows her and Maggie Fortman met her. About 3 years ago, we did a Brewers Look night at Team Escape. And she, as my client, came. Cece, Maggie, and I were there. And I don't know who else. And we did Brewer Looks. She walks in. Just making it clear, I am a Rodan and Fields fan. Sorry, I should have not said the name. Whatever. That's what I wear. We don't have color. That's why I'm here. Maggie already knew that. Cece already knew that. Nor did neither of them care. Nor did I care. I asked you to come here for a Brewer Look. You don't, not trying to sell you anything, girl, because it's not how I operate. Okay, whatever. She loves it. She buys it. She's been buying skincare from, or I'm sorry, color from me these whole last few years. Okay. Still has to walk in here, kind of chip on their shoulder a little bit. I probably shouldn't be saying her name. Whatever. Who cares? Forgive me. Forgive me. But it's important for you to know she's coming over today to talk about our powerhouse skincare and our retinol because it obviously works. Her words. I didn't try and sell her. I didn't try and diss her. I didn't try and say several years ago, you should buy it, you should wear it, you should do all the things. So because of my mom's perception, I went with, okay, not only is she going to buy it today, I'm going to recruit her. That's going to be my miracle welcome. We're going to take her from never going to wear your stuff to I'm just going to recruit her. Okay, may or may not happen. But if I'm welcoming miracles, why can't I go forward with that thought, you guys? If you're making up a story, why don't you make up a good one? And I'm pretty sure that's my quote. I'm not totally sure, but I think it is. So I'm going to go with that's my quote. You can quote me because you haven't heard it from anyone else but me. So let's go ahead and say that that's my quote. So if you're going to make up a story, make up a good one. Okay. The story may or may not come true. It doesn't matter if it comes true or not. If it doesn't come true, you're like, oh, well, that one didn't. But you're projecting the future anyway, right? You set an alarm every morning because you believe you're going to wake up. You take out dinner in the morning because you think you're going to eat it at night. You're projecting into the future good things all day, every day. How about you project your success? How about you project she's going to say yes to the miracle set? How about you project she's going to say yes to the booking, to the party, to the lip color, to the listening to the opportunity, to being on Prize and Possibilities this morning, to being on watching Cece do a color look, Cece and Stephanie do a color look on Monday night, that she's going to be on It Just Fits on Tuesday, that she's going to be on Dream Big on Thursday, that she's going to be on the following Monday for whatever. How about you just think that she's going to be? And then if you're wrong, oh, well, how about if we project the story with a happy ending instead of thinking that Hansel and Gretel get thrown into the oven? Is that what happens? Do they come out? I don't remember. Children's fairy tales are the worst. They are the worst. Okay. But how about if we believe that, we're going to go skipping down the lane? Why don't we believe that instead? Why don't we believe that you and I are arm in arm at the end of the path and we're skipping and we're excited because I'll skip with you because I'm healed now, and that we're skipping and you're like, we're going to pick up your new car. We're going to walk into the door with the keys to your new house. I'm taking you to the airport because you're going to Disney. I'm helping you put on your first red jacket, whatever. I want to be there. I want to be part of it. Right? If we're going to believe something, would you ever, it just so happens all of you are mothers on here or mothers of dogs or can understand this. Cece can understand this as my daughter. Okay. Would you ever tell one of your kids, oh yeah, I don't think that's going to happen for you. You can try, you can have all the unwavering faith and extraordinary effort that you want, but I don't see that happening for you. Why do you do it to yourself? Stop it. Cut it out. Okay, I'm going to stand up for a second and I want to show you something I do in the mirror every day. Okay, look at, I got hard pants on. Okay, this is what I do in the mirror every day. So I have an oil that I use every day that's called Release. And it's kind of like for like emotions and whatever, but I use it like I was releasing like waste from my body, like I was releasing like negative stuff. Okay. Now I'm also into restoring myself, right? I've been into restoration for quite some time. I'm also into rejoicing. Turns out I could make this into a chant: release, restore, rejoice. I literally in the mirror every morning, I go like this: release, like let's release yucky stuff. Let's release great stuff. Let's release courage. Let's release yucky stuff. Restore. I'm getting my muscles back. I'm getting my health back, mental health, physical health, spiritual health. Rejoice. This is a natural human reaction when you are victorious with something. It is proven scientifically. Why do you think people come through the finish line like this? They don't come like this. So every morning, you guys in the mirror, I'm not kidding you. Release, restore, rejoice. Release, restore, rejoice. Release, restore, rejoice. Release, restore, rejoice. If I'm not smiling after like the third or fourth one, I'm like, let's go here. Hi. Release, restore, rejoice. Release, restore, rejoice. Now, you don't have to copy that if you don't want to, but my heart just got a going, okay? And I found my thing that makes me like get going and get myself jazzed, okay? Find whatever thing that you need to do. Whitney dances in her kitchen. They have music in the morning. She's dancing, even if the kids are like, meh. Whitney's like, we're dancing. We're making lunch. We're doing things. You know what? Someday they'll catch on. Some days they do. And someday, and then when they grow up, they're going to be like, yeah, mom used to dance in the kitchen. And then they'll do it. And you'll watch your grandkids dancing in the kitchen, Whitney. And they won't even remember that when they were 5, they were dancing in the kitchen. So how are you starting your day, and what are you projecting onto yourself and onto others? Because you're going to project onto others whatever is in there, right? That's what you're going to project. So what are you going to project? Are you going to project your own limiting beliefs, or are you going to project success, confidence, courage? Are you going to project fear and anxiety and depression and stress? Or are you going to project happy, positive, possibilities, possibilities? I loved what Dawn said yesterday in our committed chat, which I noticed all of you are in the committed club that are watching this. Big surprise. And then the ones watching back are in the committed club. Big surprise. Shout out to Cassie Leslie, who is diligently trying to figure out all of her technology to get herself back on our events, because she's really challenged with technology right now and it's killing her. And she was queen of wholesale in the month of March with 3,500 wholesale, and is working her business at night when her kids go to bed. 3 small children that she is in charge of, that she has to get to and from daycare, feed, bathe, homework, all the things, and no excuses. Okay. Shout, I want to be like Cassie Leslie when I grow up. Okay. I got distracted by someone. Great. What was I just saying?
Projecting. What are you projecting in the morning?
Ooh, yeah, thank you. Okay. So are you, what things are you projecting to the world? What are you projecting onto yourself? Are you still looking in the mirror going, oh, look at that puffy eye? Or are you like, thank you, Lord, for waking me up. Here I am. I'm great. This is good. Also, side note, I want to try and figure out how I can get like a camera set up into my bathroom, because I have the most profound and amazing thoughts and ideas when I'm in the bathroom getting ready. And then by the time I come downstairs and would do all this right here, it's gone. And so I got to figure that out, because that could be another thing where my inspiration is coming from, is, you know, it's live from the drive. It's live from the hive. Here I am in the bathroom. Oh, there's something there. Okay. So achieving beliefs are in alignment with your values and your purpose. Achieving beliefs. Limiting beliefs are not in alignment with your values and your purpose. Achieving beliefs are in alignment with your values and your purpose. This is balance. I'm not talking about the balance on the balance beam, because that's too hard, or the scale. I'm talking about balance in your mind, okay? Achieving beliefs are in alignment with your values and your purpose. Limiting beliefs are dumb, and you know they're dumb, and when you say them out loud, you realize how dumb they are. Maggie and I did some the other day, and she's laughing while she's saying them. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. Yeah, the ideas were dumb. You're not. But it happens. You guys, it's everyone. It's everyone. Okay. It's everybody. And you can see by how a person's behavior comes out what they are actually thinking. See, those of you that are watching right now and watching the playback are moving forward in what could happen, not what has. You guys, do you know, those of you watching now and those of you watching the playback, when you all literally reach the thing that you committed to by June 30th, we will exceed the unit goals that we had, exceed the unit goals. So if you don't think ever that you're an important part, you are an important part, an integral part. Everybody makes a difference. Everybody's actions have a ripple effect. Everybody's. I used to love that when I was new and hearing that from Marie, that my actions affected my daughter and I. It affected my clients. It affected my team members. It affected the unit. It affected our area. It affected the company. Woo, ripple effect. You can never underestimate the ripple effect. Achieving beliefs are in alignment with your values and your purpose. Who wants to have some dialogue and comments around that?
Woo, you're on a roll.
Thanks, Cease. Thanks, Cease. Maggie Fortman.
I just
The
want to,
fabulous Maggie Fortman.
I'm the fabulous Maggie Fortman. I just want to comment on the limiting beliefs conversation that we had, Lisa, if that's okay. So it is so true. When you say stuff out loud, you're like, that's dumb. So you know what, you know what I started doing? This is so funny. Whenever I have some sort of thought that I know is not serving me, I say it out loud and laugh at myself. And that, because it goes away then, because it's kind of like shame. Shame just needs darkness and silence to like grow. And so you just need to like say it. So if you just say it out loud, even to yourself, then you're laughing because you're like, okay, well, I'm talking to myself, but sometimes I just need expert advice. But sometimes like it's just funny. So then you just like laugh and then you're better. So if you are one that is trying to break that habit of having limiting beliefs, you don't have to say them to anyone. You can just say them out loud and then be like, what was that?
Thank you, Maggie. That's self-coaching. And the most successful people in the world know how to self-coach. The most successful people in the world know how to self-coach and if they're in something, they know how to get out. That's awesome. Yeah, it brings it to light. That is always what we want to do, right? Get something out of the dark and bring it to the light. Get it out of the dark and bring it to the light. Once it's said, it's now in the light. And now you can see it for what it is. And also when you're having those thoughts, imagine me saying those to you and you'll realize how dumb they are. Your leaders would never say those thoughts to you that you're thinking. Anybody who loves and believes in you would never say those things to you that you're thinking of yourself. Okay, right? Cease, were you going to say something?
Yeah, and another quick thought I had around this as well, and I do want to shout out to the senior consultant, Jill Kubit, who is totally re-energized in her business, having gone to Career Conference, and has been on a roll. And one thing that I find so much joy in, so thinking about the ripple effects, is when you guys self-coach and when you guys take the time to share that with us, like maybe you're like, that was so dumb, and it made me laugh and I moved on. When you guys do that, it gives us so much joy, which also has something to do with our strengths and what we find joy in, obviously. But like your leaders and the people around you find such joy in that, because now when Jill and I have conversations, or she leaves me a boxer, and I hope you watch this back, Jill, because you'll laugh now. She'll leave me a boxer and then minutes later leave me another one and say, I just listened to that and never mind. I worked through all of that. That's not what I meant at all, and I know what I need now, and thank you, goodbye. So it's so fun to like watch the process of someone work through that, and it's a great reminder for us too to like, yeah, even if I do think something silly, I can just go back and say like, cancel, I didn't mean that, let me try that again. And I think finding yourself to give yourself a little grace to be able to work through that is really important, because if we just get stuck in the blah, then it's this, right? Instead of like, never mind. right? Yeah, it's very cool for your leaders and the people around you to watch that sort of thing happen.
Yes, 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 yes. Also, when you guys are exclaiming things and describing things that are your victories, like when Kirsten was talking about the luncheon, I am like, my smile I thought was going to crack off at the jaw because my smile was bigger for you than anything it could ever be for me, because we get such joy in your successes that I am just like, she's mine, she's mine, she's mine, she's mine, she's mine, she's mine, she's mine. And she was representing in there, and oh my gosh, she did it, and she's mine, 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 love, la, 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 all the things. She had all the experience. She had an experience she never would have had. You never would have had that experience with Tina Johnson if I was there, Kirsten. You would not have had that experience if I was there.
Yes. We left that saying, I was meant to meet you today. We were
Yeah.
meant to be together. And thank you. Yes, 100%.
I know you turned your camera on because you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
So the achieving beliefs, I lived in what I say is darkness for quite some time, just because of everything that I was surrounded with. When you live with someone who has a mood disorder, and know that women all over live in this, and it's in darkness, they will not proclaim, they will not tell you that they're living with someone who might have depression or anxiety or other mental health issues. You don't have achieving beliefs. And it takes everything to, once you leave that darkness of your home and go out into your day, to find yourself again in that positivity. And so how do we bring that to others? But also, how do we reserve that for ourselves? How do we make sure that we are doing that? And that's where that balance is. Like, no one's going to steal my joy. No one can shut out my light. And an analogy that my therapist had for me at that time was, that's someone's boat. You don't have to get in that boat. And you don't have to, be in there. You can throw them a life ring. And if they choose to take it or not, they decide. But you don't have to get in there. And so making those things align in your head are so powerful. I am in such a different place just by getting out of the whole sea of that whole everything. And sadly, there's things that and decisions you have to make that you have disconnect from places that are not good for you. But it totally makes sense. Totally getting those things in alignment, and those achieving beliefs are amazing.
You guys make me cry. God, you guys are so good. We have the best team in the world. There is not a better Mary Kay family. I'm telling you, there's not. Cassie Leslie said it last night too, and she doesn't even know that much. Okay. Yes. Lifeline. You could be concerned without being consumed. Now, I realize that is easier to say when you don't, that's easier to say when you don't live with the person. Okay. That is way easier to say, but that statement can work for 90% of the people that you're in contact with. Okay. You can be concerned without being consumed. If they don't want to take the lifeline, I like that you shared that. Then this also reminds me of the banana. We got bananas. I love bananas. I love organic bananas. They're not radiated when they come into the country, so they still have their nutrients. They're pure, okay? And they're all on that stem together. Bananas. What happens to a banana when you either take it off or it's the last one? What is that banana that separates from the bunch? What is it? What happens to it?
Isn't it brown kind of fast?
It does. So when I say we're infinitely better together, it's true. And a banana that separates itself from the bunch is going to get bruised and battered and ripen to the past ripe to the point of destruction, you gotta hang on to the bunch, man. Hang on to the bunch. The bunch of bananas is the light. The separated banana is in the dark and is literally turning dark. I've been waiting to use this analogy. Okay. Whitney, Trace, do you want to say anything before we continue? Or mom's got a thumbs up. Okay. Trace, no? Whit? Okay. Are we doing good?
Great.
You guys. Okay. A seed grows with no sound. There's more to that quote, but it's from Confucius. Okay. And that's the beginning of the quote. It's from Kevin Keppel. This is one of my classes that I took with him, and he talks so fast I can't say it all. But when a seed is growing, it's creating, right? When a seed is growing with no sound, it's creating. When you are in a creating mode, when you are in creativity, you're moving forward and you're not sitting in those ridiculous thoughts. Whitney Schleline, how did that party go last night with 15 people?
It was awesome. I have a lot of follow-up calls to make today, and it was really fun. All 15 women knew each other from church, and it was just such a fun, energetic group of women, and they all live in New York State, and 15 bronze beauties. So like a whole new demographic for me, which will be really fun to explore.
Now, what motivated you, or how did this party come about that you chose to do that?
Well, the hostess actually contacted me and said, hey, are you available to do your Mary Kay demo on April 1st? And I said, yeah, why? She's like, well, I'm just doing like a spa night with my girlfriends and I want you to be like the main event. And I was like, oh, yeah. And how stupid of me to not have thought of that and offered it to you first. But I would absolutely love it. She's like, is it going to be okay if it's like between 10 and 20 people? Yep, sure would be great. And how about you just send me all the samples, because I'm putting together like pampering packs with extra goodies. So I'll just throw your samples in with all of the other things I'm sending them. Perfect. And I'm hoping, not hoping, I'm going to recruit her. Because look at all these people that you know that love you and that are supporting you and loved that you put a pampering night together for them.
Wow. Okay. To work this in, oh, this is good. Talk about limiting beliefs. What if your response to her was, no, you know what? I'm actually only more comfortable with 1 or 2 people. Yeah, I'm not available because I prefer not to do parties and I'd really rather not.
Right.
Can you imagine if you'd have said that to her?
And I've said that to myself before. I've said it out loud to all of you guys before, how I have preferred facials. And I do, but that doesn't mean that I can't become comfortable and do the things in that make me uneasy or nervous or
Ding, 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 ding. Woo! Yeah. Now look at the difference you made. You used your gift of positivity and openness and happiness and education on the products to increase your value and their value, Mary Kay's value, with a whole new group of people that are like, I love Whitney Schleline. I want to be her friend. I want to know more about her. Her values are in line with mine. Whew. I love it. Whitney Schleline. Talk about breakthroughs. You guys are amazing. Man, you guys could teach all this. Next time you guys teach. Next class, level up, you guys are teaching. Yeah, write that down. The next one you guys are teaching. Okay. So conversation I had with Maggie, which the words that Maggie and I were sharing, I can share because you've all said them or thought them. Well, if I ask her, she's going to think I'm pushy. Well, what if she thinks I'm weird? Now listen, what if you ask her? Okay. And she's like, yeah, I'm so glad you asked me. I've been waiting for you to ask me. And you say to her, your limiting belief. Well, I didn't want to ask you because I thought you'd think I was pushy and weird. What? She's going to be like, why would you say that? Kirsten intimidated me, and I felt stupid when I talked to her because I felt like the words just all came out dumb. I did not tell her that. I did not tell her that. She doesn't know what's in my head. Kirsten, you are still my favorite story ever of a person that I thought intimidated me. You guys, she was waiting for me to ask her. Her husband at the time is like, yeah, my wife is really interested in Mary Kay. Can you give her a call? She wants to talk to you. She wanted to talk to me. She wanted to talk to me. So I could have said, Kirsten, the sky is green and the thing is purple. Do you want a Mary Kay facial? Yeah, thanks. I've been waiting for you to ask me. That's how I felt like I talked to her, but that's not what I actually did. And they don't know the words in your head.
And they never remember it. It is not their impression of you. It's then how you treat them and how wonderful you've made them feel that they remember. They have no idea. Lisa tells this story. I'm like, I don't remember that part at all.
And I still walk around with it as an example for consultants. Still. Yeah. So you're worried about what people are thinking, which is part of a limiting belief, is worried about what others are thinking. Let me tell you something. Who could have 59 years ago been the most worried about what people were going to think? Thank God that woman did not care what her lawyer, her banker, an accountant. Thank God she did not care what those three men had to say. They all said she'd go in and out of business. They all said that the marketing plan was too generous. It'll never work, Mary Kay. Mary Kay companies, makeup companies come and go. You'll never succeed. And like she used to say when she was still here, they're not around anymore and we're still here. Right? Whew. You guys, I also listen to your words and then I use them. And you guys jack me up and you give me energy. So when you guys speak up and you share your thoughts and then you do the dang thing, just do the dang thing. I'm sure Jenny Kiesler will watch this back. So the other night when Dory and I and Jenny did the It Just Fits. So CC was unavailable and I didn't tell people that because I'm like, well, my mother and I will do it. And that's still, intergenerational. I heard that's a word now, intergenerational, whatever generational you want to call it. Okay, so we get on there. And then Jenny comes on and Jenny and Steph are on. And I'm like, you guys, for this, you need your cameras on because this is a chatting thing. This isn't just a live stream. Steph's like, I got my makeup off already. My head's in a headband. I'm like, okay, you run the comments on Facebook. Jenny flips her camera on. I didn't even ask her to. I'm like, cool. So we're doing this thing and it's awesome. And you guys better watch it back. And then one of Jenny's friends is watching it on Facebook, puts her comments in there. And I'm like, oh, Ann Glenn. Okay. I see you, Ann Glenn. Ann Glenn won one of our things, a while back. And she is from this whole virtual thing. And I'm like, I wonder if Jenny's asked her. I wonder if Jenny's going to follow up with her. I'm sure she will. Jenny's great. She's loyal. She's a stellar consultant, 11 years. And I'm like, okay, well, she probably will, but I'm going to make sure that I do because I want Jenny to know that I care that her friend was on. I want Ann to know that I care that she was on. So I went to Messenger and group texted, hey, thanks so much for being on tonight. And then I gave Jenny love and I said, Ann, have you ever considered doing something like this? We have now had a back and forth. She was on the Thursday night Dream Big with the mother-daughter, Cecilia James and Mallory, and then has questions. Can she write them down and send them to us? Yes, of course you can. She's in Kentucky. I'm like, you'd be the first Mary Kay family member we have in Kentucky. I don't know if that excites her or not, but it excites me. So I was like, miracles welcome. I didn't know Ann was going to be on. Jenny didn't know Ann was going to be on, or maybe Jenny did know. I didn't know. And now we're having this whole conversation. that event that you did, Whitney, with those 15 women was a layering thing. That's what virtual things really are, is a layering thing, right? You've got all those people to follow up with because you couldn't possibly follow up with 15 people in one night, right? And so it was a layering thing. They got the thing. Now you got this relationship established, and now you're going to build another layer of trust by talking to those people individually, regardless of what they do, what they order, whatever. And remember, people are watching. They're watching. And you are the very example. You guys right here are in the committed club, and the ones watching back are in the committed club. You're the example. You know, Moses didn't really want to lead, but God chose him to. And when he finally stopped fussing, things really worked out for him. You know, the 10 Commandments and all of that. The woman of his dreams, you know, okay. And stop fussing. You're in this position for a reason. You were chosen. Like, remember, God knew the count of your hairs on your head, and he knitted you in the womb, and he knew what your life was going to be all about and where you were supposed to go and what you were supposed to do. And you may be the only one that could ever reach that client or that team member. You know, I love to say, and have been saying for years, you know, we have 650, whatever number it is we have at the time, we have 650,000 of us around the country because everybody relates to someone differently. And maybe they wouldn't be my customer, but they would be yours. Maybe they wouldn't be my team member, but they would be yours. I love using Maggie Fortman's example. I recruited her when she's 19. I was a single mom at the time, or whatever I was. And she's doing theater productions and is doing parties at 3 o'clock in the morning when they're taking their makeup off while I'm sleeping. I couldn't reach Marquette theater students, but she could. So, where'd my page go? Your achieving beliefs are in a line with your values. I lost my page. I got so excited I turned the page. Oh no. I lost it. I got so many things I can share. Oh, I know. Here it is. Here it comes. Your achieving beliefs are in alignment with your values and your purpose. So your limiting beliefs are not in alignment with your values and your purpose. I think some of y'all need to give the devil a little more credit too, because he's out there and he is trying to snaggle you in and go, oh, I got her. I'm going to keep her in the dark. Oh, I got her. I'm going to tell her that she's not good at parties. Oh, I got her. I'm going to tell her people are going to think she's pushy and weird. I'm weird. I dance around my house. I do weird things. My children know I'm weird. My boys are freaked out in public about what I might do. Freaked out. I don't care. You know who 23 kids were coming up to in Mexico? Who do you think? Who do you think got the most hugs? Who do you think got, oh, I see Mrs. Mack down there. Let's go down there. At the beach. I'm laying there by myself because, you know, 18-year-old, any child, but let's go with 18-year-olds, have a attention span of 20 to 30 minutes. They'd gather in a group, throw a frisbee, do a game. Foop. They'd go by this pool. Foop. They'd go eat like 20, 30 minutes. They're like, okay, I'm down by the beach. I'm separated from some other people just because people had come and gone. I see Mrs. Mack. There's 10 kids hanging around me, saying stuff I don't really want to hear. Oh, stuff I know now I don't want to know. But they were comfortable around me. And then I tell them this. You guys, you guys, I'm at like 996 followers on Instagram. And if I can get to 1,000, I'm going to get a whole new level of exposure, and I'm going to meet more people that I need to meet for my business, you guys. And I need 1,000 followers. There's like 10 kids sitting there. Okay. Could you guys just follow me even just for a little while so I can get my number up, and then that's fine. Carson, he's 10 feet away. Mom, I told you not to do that. Cece laughed so loud I can hear her from downstairs. Because I asked him to do that because he's got all his friends. I know him forever. I asked him to direct message his friends on Instagram to just say, please, can you follow my mom just for mom? That's how people unfollow people. If I ask someone to do that, they will unfollow me. So here he is, 10 feet away, laying on a chair. Mom, I told you not to do that. You guys, Carson thinks you're going to unfollow him. If I ask you this, you're not going to unfollow Carson, right? No. 5 or 6 kids. Done, 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 done. Oh, look at Pink Cadillac Mac. Oh, look at Mrs. Mac. Okay. One of them says, you're at 1,002. I'm like, yes, you guys, I've organically been trying to grow followers and whatever. And they're like, what do you do anyway? And I'm like, how can these children not know what I do? But okay, because the world's not all about you, Mrs. Mac, apparently. You know, sell Mary Kay, whatever. What's Mary Kay? Some of the boys say. Is that, oh, that's makeup, right? Yep, yep, yep. You have a pink Cadillac? Yeah. How do I never seen that? I don't know. Because you guys all drive and you don't need me to drop you off anymore. Oh yeah, that's fine. 5-10 minutes later, one of them that I know forever, Devin Orr, quietly says, oh, and I said, you guys follow me, I'll send you a pampering pack with samples. Now, Devin is like the 1,000th, okay? Devin, I'm going to give you a pampering pack for you and your mom. It'll be great. You'll love it. I hear him say quietly to Paige Schultz, I'm going to unfollow her now. Paige says, she's not going to give you that pampering pack if you do that. I'm like, Devin Orr, you cannot just follow me on this, unfollow me this second. Like, give it a day or two. I'm not going to send you that pampering pack. They're laughing. I'm hearing other ones go, geez, Devin. Okay. Now, here, we've been back a week. Guess who liked my reel? Devin Orr. He's still following me after a week. Okay. Influence. Okay. Relationships. You never know. I'm the weirdo mom that Carson is afraid to God I'm going to yell something from the sidelines. And then the girls say, we love it when we hear you yelling in the stands because then we know you're there. That's what the high school girls say. Carson's friends. Okay. You know, like I get all the hugs. We're going to be spending so much money and have so many graduation parties to go to this summer. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be just nuts. I love it. Let me go to all of them. Let me be invited to all of them. Carson, I don't know if you're going, but I'm going. Because why? That's my whole, okay. And my achieving beliefs are in alignment with my values and my purpose. So my values and my purpose, I positively impact and influence future generations. I lead, support, and encourage women to become the confident and courageous person God created them to be. I use my gift of prayer and compassion to lead others to Jesus. I'm committed with unwavering faith that I have 25 personal, qualified, and more by June 30th. I will move forward with extraordinary effort until I do, no matter what. There is no other way. Why? Because I positively impact and influence future generations. Because I lead, support, and encourage women to become the confident, courageous person God created them to be. Because I use my gift of prayer and compassion to lead others to Jesus. Okay, well, I do all that, and then all the things happen. Why are you here? Figure out why you're here. It is not just to become a sales director. It's not just to earn a car. Your mission is bigger than that. And I told my students in class the other day, my confirmation students, who, as far as I can tell, were not raised with, let's just say, not raised how I raised my daughter. Okay. And I said, they were, I'm like, what have you guys always wanted to do? I want to be in the medical field somehow. Why? My mom is, and I want to help people. I want to be a veterinarian or biology science of some sort. Why? Because I want to help animals and because I don't really like people. Okay. I want to be, I got a young Chinese girl. They're all young. They're all juniors in high school, but she's 19 and didn't go to school until 6th grade because that's what they do in China. And moved here only 9 years ago. So she's moved here when she was 10. She wants to teach Chinese to English students. Okay. What does Katie want to do? A firefighter. Someone I know their family very, very well. She wants to be a firefighter. Why? I want to help people. Okay. And Emma, what do you want to do? I want to live somewhere warm. Great. How do you guys know that you've always wanted to do this? I don't know. And I'm like, that's the Holy Spirit. It's because he knitted you in the womb. That's how you know. Okay. And I said, Olivia, what if because of you being in the medical field, you help somebody that only you could have, or you develop something that only you could have? Ava, what if because of your veterinary science or biology, you discover something about animals or a cure, you discover an animal somebody didn't even knew was there? Laura, what if you teach Chinese? What if you teach Chinese to someone English that goes on to use it and discovers and cures something? Emma, what if because you live in a warm climate, you happen to get a job where you travel all around the world living in warm climates, and maybe you show people on social media how to live in a warm climate, and you get to go and meet people, and you are like influencing people by how you're living in these warm climates and came from Wisconsin. And Katie Bruns, what, I said her last name, what if because you're a firefighter, you go to save somebody that in turn influences the world? How do you think those girls sat and looked at me after I said all that? Achieving beliefs are in alignment with your values and your purpose. My words to their bodies and their hearts and souls were in my alignment with my purpose to impact and influence future generations. First. Okay, someone can take the kids, I'll take the mom. Give me the mom. Give me the mom, because I want to influence her kids and her future generations. Give me the mom. Give me the lady. Give me the future mom. Give me the lady. I want to impact and influence future generations, and I can do that with the woman. I can do that with the woman. And Mary Kay Ash knew that. We're the caretakers. Sometimes men are, absolutely, but mostly it's women. So give me the woman. Let me impact and influence. Quick questions on, write these down. On limiting beliefs. You're going to write down 8 questions. You're going to write down 8 questions, okay? This is limiting beliefs. What does it look like? This is literally like fear. Okay, what are you afraid of? Like, how do you describe that? Fear is like scarcity. Is it lack of focus? Is it lack of confidence? What does it look like? What is it? What is the actual thing? What does it look like? It's fear. Okay, what is it? What's the underlying thing? What is the underlying fear? Fear of what? Fear of rejection. Fear of looking stupid. Fear of whatever. Okay, where did it come from? Where did that limiting belief come from? Where did it literally come from? Parents, friends, society, you know, something growing up, something current, a job. Where did it come from? This will be eye-opening. What are the benefits of hanging on to that limiting belief? Yeah, you let me know if you find some of those. You let me know, you guys, if you find benefits to hanging on to those limiting beliefs, okay? Now you tell me the consequences of holding on to that limiting belief. What are the consequences of it? What is the ultimate truth? Is it the ultimate truth? Is that limiting belief the ultimate truth? That's question number 6. This goes with question number 6. How can we find examples of falsehood behind this belief? That goes with number 6, which is it the ultimate truth? How can we find examples of falsehood? What is the actual truth? What is the actual truth? And then number 8, use the new thought from number 7. Number 7 is what is the actual truth? Use the new thought from number 7 that you choose to believe is your new truth, and create a new empowering story. Or Tori. Use the new thought based on number 7 that you choose to believe as your new truth and create a new empowering story. So actually, you guys did some of this at the retreat. Now you just heard it a little differently. I got it directly from Kevin Keppel, who got it from Sean Key, who started teaching on it years ago. So the leaders that you're in the company, like some of you got this from Heidi Gelser. Well, guess where it came from? Okay. Now, close your eyes real quick. We're going to do I am. We're going to do I am. Okay, close your eyes. We're going to say I am, and I want you to say all of the positive big things, all the positive attributes that you can possibly come up with. Okay. I am. I am a child of God. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am strong. I am courageous. I am confident. I am faithful. I am powerful. I am empowered. Back to I am a child of God. I am mentally strong. I am a great leader. I am, oh my gosh, there's so many more. I am brave. I am determined. I am persistent. I am kind. I am happy. I am joyful. I'm a proud member of Courage Nation. Okay, open your eyes. So how do you feel after you say those things? Woohoo! Rejoice. Okay. Now, as we're wrapping this up in a pretty bow, what would better look like? What would better look like for you? What does better look like? What does better look like? Somebody answer that. What does better look like for you? Thanks.
More time with my kiddo.
More time with your kiddo. Put a big circle and highlight around that. Take notes with a highlighter, by the way. What does better look like? More time with your kiddo. I'm gonna write that down. So I'm gonna remind you when you give me, when you hand me a line. Did I say that out loud? Is that my outside voice? Was it? That goes for anybody when I hand myself a line. I don't say anything to you guys too, by the way, that I don't say to myself. Where did my page of notes go? Now where did, you guys, I was writing down things you were saying and now I don't know where that page went. What is happening to me? Oh, someone else please share. What does better look like?
I've got a better.
Yes.
To me, better looks like days like yesterday's courage call and today. And I feel lighter. I feel stronger. I feel powerful. So to me, better means operating in this place and moving forward all the time. It becomes effortless to be powerful.
Becomes effortless to be powerful. You are such an incredible A-team member. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. What does better look like?
Better for me is taking better care of my health by exercising so I can be the best person. I feel better when I'm doing that, and I'm in a little rut here, doing other things, which are also good things, but you got to be the whole package. It'll make me better all around.
Full package all the way around. Who else? Got it.
For me, it's kind of similar to what Tracy was saying about just having that positive energy and that positive feeling always, not just when we are doing, actively doing these kinds of events or the committed club calls, but just like feeling that way always. And I know that it's there. It's just a matter of tapping into it and bringing that to the surface, and having that be the predominant feeling and thought and energy, as opposed to the other stuff that finds its way into our lives.
Yes. Got it. Cease and Dory.
Just love what you just said, Tracy. It becomes effortless to be powerful, and I feel like we could put any word there. So it becomes effortless to be a leader. It becomes effortless to be a leader, and I think that comes with obviously experience and time, but also pretty much what you guys are saying is strengthening my own mental health and just strengthening that self-coaching and that self-guiding, because Mary Kay said we lead 3 ways, right? By example, by example, by example. So the better that I can make my example, I think the better that I will feel as a leader.
So what better looks like for you is more effortless to become that leader, strengthening self-coaching, mental health, and example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and my volume is all the way up, Mom, and you are pretty quiet. So if you can just project a teeny bit, I think that might be.
Sorry, I think I was actually quiet. Okay, is that better?
A little bit. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah, I need a new computer. I just keep saying that.
Yeah. It's all right.
Okay, Nan, are you able to say anything? What does better look like? If you can't, it's okay. You can type it or tell me later. Telling me later. Okay, so what does better look like? Maggie Fortman said more time with my kiddo. Say it out loud again, Maggie.
Better looks like more time with my kiddo.
Great. Tracy, you said better looks like operating in this place where it becomes effortless to be powerful.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Better means being in this place and being positive, being effortless to be powerful.
Awesome. Kirsten, what does better look like for you is exercise, so that the whole package and all the way around is what better looks like for you.
Yes, better looks like exercising my body to keep my whole self healthy to be the best I can be.
Awesome. Better for Whitney looks like positive energy always, not just during our events, but tapping in to that positive energy that we know is always there. Cece, effortless to become a leader, strengthening self-coaching and mental health, and leading by example. Better looks like what Tracy said about being effortless, strengthening self-coaching, mental health, and an example of a leader. me. What does better look like for me are things like this. Better for me looks like we got it just fits on there. Better for me is my mom is a great coach for me. My mom is a great coach for me. So I hope that I can be that for you, and that CC, you're that for others as well. And so when I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thought for me or not, I don't think that's serving me, I'll call my mom. Mom, we're having this conversation the other day. Obviously, it was a very big one because this was part of it. I'm like, sometimes I just feel lazy. And she's like, what? I'm like, I know I do. And she goes, or maybe you're just tired and you need a nap. Just go have some coffee or lay down for a minute. Like the negative thing that you're feeling, maybe just look at that. Maybe just unpack that word. I don't have a lazy bone in my body. I was tired. I just needed a nap. Okay. Like sometimes the negative thing that you might be feeling, just look at that word and go, is that actually true? Is that a limiting belief? Am I actually lazy? No. Mom's like, you're the hardest working person I know. I'm not lazy. Okay, Mom, thanks. Okay. Oh my, oh my. Oh, the donuts have arrived and they were just in view. I think that's our cue. That is our cue because it's 10 o'clock. Look at Whitney looking with such disgust.
How rude is that? Would I just walk in on their meeting and like show off? Whatever. Sorry. I apologize. I did
No,
not.
it's
That was
fine.
terribly, terribly rude.
Now, don't you go in there and yell at them because it is 10:01 and we're supposed to be done at 10. So you just be glad you got those donuts. Okay. Tell them I wish I could have one. Okay. So that's what better looks like for me, is bringing my best for you and bringing my best and our best for our future. Okay. So lastly, as we're wrapping this up in a pretty bow, thank you for taking advantage of this. And guess what? I expect you to. You say you want cars, you say you want money, you say you want influence, you say you want more time with your kid, you say you want to operate from this place and have it be effortless. You say you want exercise, you say you want positive energy always. You want it to become effortless to be a leader and have mental health and self-coaching and be an example of the leader. Then do the thing, okay? Do the event, go to the event, bring the guests, do the thing. Your achieving beliefs are in alignment with your values and your purpose, right? Your limiting beliefs are not. When you don't show up, you're in a limiting belief. Show up. Show up. Okay. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Give yourselves a hand for, oh, these have such tiny little handles you guys got at Career Conference. You guys are amazeballs. Congratulations for waking up. Congratulations for being alive, alert, awake, and enthusiastic to be here with us this morning. Now let's go take this prize and possibilities by storm and have the most guests and the most consultants watching and the most comments and the most guests and the most like sales, bookings, because they all the directors, when it's over, they always ask us for the results and how many bookings did you get and what did your team members and what did you get and what did you think? And you know, we have winners every single time we've done this. We've had at least a consultant or a guest winner every single time, and sometimes multiples. So let's go make a difference. Love you all.